nishike Baba, unifiche mikononi mwako, nionyeshe Baba wema wako, unifanye chombo chako. Ninaomba, naomba Baba, mimi naomba, sikudhani mimi nimekupa we huzuni kiasi hicho, dhambi mingi, maombi hayatoki, nisamehe Baba, uchovu na uvivu umenijaza moyoni.
And good evening, it is Sunday. My name is Likuyani Eli, and as always a pleasure to bring you against all odds. Remember, you can join the conversation live on Facebook and YouTube. The handles are The Arts in Heart. Remember to share, invite, and above all, be part of the conversation. Tonight, my guest is not rare, but she's special. And why do I say that? Imagine for a moment when you think your career has just picked up and you can foresee what you are going to achieve in the near future. And then just like that, all these dreams are shattered and you get laid off without no proper explanation towards that. And you have to refocus and start afresh. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the story of one, Fridah Nguku. My pleasure to bring her to you. Good evening, Fridah, and how are you?
Good evening, Ailey. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm great, and I can see you've been trying to do something here that's a rare scene where my guests come looking as almost as the host without prior notice.
Stop copying me, Ailey. Stop.
I think it's for the love of art and creativity. So red is the color of passion, and we are passionate about love and the stories we tell. So be part of the conversation in the comment section. Remember, you can always use the hashtag Art in Heart, responding to live and against all odds in the comment section. Engage us, engage Fridah, and be part of this conversation. So Fridah, kindly, without further ado, introduce yourself to my audience and everyone that is watching.
I don't like that introduce yourself thing, but I'm gonna do it. So my name is Fridah Nguku. By profession, I'm a thespian. That is something I feel like people don't really know much about. So I'm a thespian. I'm an entrepreneur. I own a company by the name Joy McCall Papers and Deco. I'm a content creator on YouTube, Fridah Nguku again. I'm a mentor and I'm a singer. I think that covers me as a person. And I love to sing. So probably one day, Ellie, I'll be here singing for you guys. But anyway, that's just me.
Well, there's a word you used to describe who you are. What was that word again? You know, my English sometimes gets corrupted with a lot of Dutch. What did you say?
A thespian.
A thespian you meant? Like, unapenda sana?
Yes, sana.
Okay. Unapenda sana.
Nilienda campus nikafanya. Do you know I actually went to campus and did theater? I did creative and performing arts and specialized in drama, music and drama. So it's part of my life that I have not done much about, but it's in me. So yeah, I'm an actor. I'm a script writer. I do all that.
Are you? Very cool. So if you're watching this and Xavier Nato, you know who to call, right? Fridah Nguku right there. And for everybody that is joining, yes, we are telling the story of Fridah. And in case you've been following through the handles that is on Facebook and YouTube, we've talked about this lady who lost her job when she least expected. So Fridah, take me through that journey and how things went. So yes, you've gone to the university, you've done performing arts and you're creative and you're passionate about it. Then you actually decide to take a 360 and you're in the banking industry or the financing industry. Please tell me the transition and how it went.
So I did my my degree, I got done, and I'm out here hustling, trying to, look for money. So ulienda shule kusoma upate kazi. So clearly I was out. I really love making money. I think probably I need to mention that. So I was out and about trying to look for a job, and I applied and applied and applied. And 2 months down the line, I actually got called in to work for a bank. I think I don't know why, from creative and performing arts now getting to the financial sector, that was for me was like, wow, let's do this. You're gonna get the money. And I joined for a year, almost 2 years actually. Enjoyed the work at some point at the beginning. Let me say enjoyed the money that came in. I would say that.
The money is very important in every kind
Very
of work.
important.
But there are important things in life, but money is equally of great inspiration. Go ahead.
Yes. So I worked for this bank. I was actually doing sales and marketing, something I'm extremely grateful for, because they really propelled me in, my life that will come later. So I did sales and marketing, and if you've done that, you know how the hustle out here, because banks now, there are so many people out here, so many financial institutions giving money and looking for guys and all that. So
where is that? I want somebody to give me money. Where is that? I'd like to take that money that they're giving.
You need to qualify first, Ellie. You need to qualify first. Yeah. It comes with that package. It's not just getting money.
If you were to look at me, I mean, and I know this is just a bit of a side show, but can I qualify for that money that you're giving or you were giving then?
Unataka ngapi?
Okay, fine. So you were there, you were doing sales and marketing, and you were letting people take loans, I propose. Was it in the retail or was it corporate?
Retail, actually. I was doing on the retail, and it was a challenge for me because I'm one person who really wants to be, not to be close and put in a cocoon to be told you have to do this, because when you're working for a bank, it means you have to be very careful how you handle people, how you handle situations, you have to report to work at this time and things like that. So for me, I looked at it, and as much as I was enjoying the fact that I'm employed, and 2 months down the line after, campus, hata sikuwa nimegraduate, by the way, I was super excited for that, but still I was like, you know what, probably this is not what I really want to do. So I worked for 2 years with this bank. And then after 2 years, I actually got laid off. So they were doing some reshuffling, and there were issues with the bank, the banking sector, that specific bank, and they just wanted to get rid of some people so that they can, pesa iko inatosha, reduce on the salaries and all that. And I happened to be one of the people who actually got laid off. And it came as a surprise for me because, yes, I was not really performing that well. I'm not going to lie. I was not really performing that well because I was struggling to fit in. I was struggling to this environment, which I am not so comfortable in. So I'd gotten a warning letter, like 4 months. So you are told you have 30 days to be able to improve. And, if you improve, then it means your contract continues. So after 30 days, they definitely said, you're good, you did well, we can continue. So in my thinking, my contract is here, so I'm still going to work. That is 2 years down the line.
Yep.
Only to get a termination letter. And this is the interesting bit, Ellie, because my termination letter came on Friday, and I got it on Monday. So they received the termination letter, and I came to work on Monday knowing I'm supposed to be at work, only to be told, hey, you're actually not supposed to be working here. So I had to get the letter and be like, wow, this is it. This is happening, And that was it. I had to go home and think and be like, wow, my life has hit a rock bottom. And, when you're done with campus, you feel like you've gotten a job 2 months in line. For you, it's an exciting thing. People are hustling out here. It takes 5 years, not even 10, 3, 4 months to get a job. You get it in 2 months. And then 2 years down the line, you're no longer employed. And this is the environment you're used to. So it got me by really a surprise. And I was shocked. I was traumatized for a minute. And I didn't know how to move. And remember, I'm Embu, all the way from Embu. I was working in Kisumu. So Kisumu from Embu is a whole distance, like a whole distance. Those who know Kenya know Kisumu and Embu call words apart, like Mbali sana. So I'm in Kisumu and I'm jobless and no one really cares how you're gonna move. I mean, once you get sacked, by the way, that's it. Move on, do whatever you want to do. You get replaced as soon as you leave. So I had to
Wait,
leave.
are you telling me you were not paid any damages? You were just laid off and that was it? What kind of contract did you have in the first place? Because was it based on your performance? Because you say, according to what had happened, you actually showed you were good enough to be retained. But then again, you get laid off, maybe because they had to restructure and the money was not coming in enough. But did you get any payments for damages or any case?
The issue is I was on contract basis, which is renewed every year depending on how well you perform. So the first year was renewed. Now the second year is when now it was not renewed. But you're paid on there's a retainer. Sorry, there's a retainer that you get, which is some very little amount, and then now there's commission you get when you do sales. Right now, that commission depends on how well you go out there and market yourself and get sales. And it happened to be that month that, you know what, you've been struggling, you know, you're not making as much. So they laid us off and they gave us half of the retainer. Now, remember I said the retainer here was close to peanuts because they expect you to make money. You are a salesperson, you're supposed to go and earn commission for yourself. So the retainer that came in after that was not anything that could even pay my rent. I could not even pay rent with whatever they gave me the following month, right? And here I am as a young girl who just got a job and was enjoying it and didn't know anything about saving. So you're here. You need to find a way out, and your landlord is waiting.
It comes in and goes out. It comes in with such a small barrel and then goes out this big.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So you have lost your job. You have to relocate to Embu. Yeah. What is the first thing you did? Because with no money, did you call someone? Did you have a bazoo that was taking care of it?
Really? No, I didn't have. I wish I had. Probably I would be far.
Call me next time. Okay, go ahead.
I'll get that. Now, the first thing I do, I have a very supportive family. So the first person I called was my sister. I was like, you know what? I just lost my job. And at that point, it not hit me that, you know what, Fridah, you have a life ahead and you don't have income. So I just like, by then, I lose kazi, that's it. And I could not tell my parents then because parents have a way of taking such news. Like, you lost your job. What are you going to do from here? Then the next person I called was my best friend then, her name is Maureen. And I was like, hey, I lost my job. For her, she'd been struggling by the way to get a job. So she definitely would understand that. I lost my job and I need to find a job. The next thing was like, I really need to find a job because my landlord expects me to pay rent. I'm a girl, you know, I need to dress well, I need to look good. I was working in the banking sector. There's no way utatoka kuva a suit and then you end up looking like a lost sheep. So
you look like an example.
Like a homeless person. So I was like, you know what? I need another job.
But you are literally homeless, Nguku, because you could not afford to pay your rent. So as much as it looks funny, you are actually in between homeless and, you know. So how did you pull through? You called your friend. What did your friend do or say? Ama ni wale warafiki mwenye mteja wa nambari unaopiga?
No, she was like, wow, I'm sorry, Nini, don't worry, you know how friends come in, we'll find a way. Now, the brother was working in another bank. So she was like, oh, my brother works in another bank, I'll let him know just in case they have something for you. Maybe unaweza tuma CV or something. So I was like, okay, you shughulika with that. For now, I needed money to move now from Kisumu to either Nairobi to my sister's place, where now I could put my stuff, because I didn't want to pay rent. I mean, talipa rent na nini. Or move my stuff to Embu because, you know, I had a house with all these things. So I needed a place to move. But
why did you sell those stuff in the first place?
Imagine I didn't think about that. For some reason, I think I'm one person who holds
I
too much
thought
things
you're a
that
creative.
suddenly.
You have
I
to get creative.
know. I for some reason and actually someone asked me, why didn't you sell? And I'm like, it just didn't click my mind that I can sell my stuff. I own to things, so I own to things very dearly and very close to my heart that it's very hard for me to let go of my couch, let go of my TV. It's a
Does that
weakness.
include your boyfriend? Did you let go your boyfriend, or was there any in the first place?
Actually, when I got that job, I was going through heartbreak. And for me, that was like the best thing that
Oh
happened to
no.
me. Yeah.
Tell me
So when I
about the
got that
heartbreak,
job,
Asri. I know I'm not diluting you, but tell me this heartbreak and how it played a role to all this.
oh God. So we're taking it back to before I got the job, right?
Well, it's in theater they call it kisengere nyuma. You go back and forth, and it can happen.
Flashback. So let's flash back to
Yes, yes.
before I got my job.
Yeah.
So I just broken up with my campus boyfriend who used to be, I think, the love of my
Ah,
life. Campus
campus.
boyfriend.
Did you say
Mm-hmm.
campus? Can we skip that
Yeah.
story? Okay.
So I was heartbroken. I'm here. I'm out. I'm out of school. He was still in school. Don't ask me how, because he was a class behind. A class. I was a class ahead of him. So I got the
Wait.
heartbreak.
Who was
No, no,
sponsoring who?
no,
Because this is now making more interest. Who was sponsoring who? Was he
no
behind
one was
because
sponsoring.
he
No one
delayed
was
to to
sponsoring
to,
the
to
other.
register, or because you just like your fruits fresh
No one was sponsoring the other. We were just in love.
and you like your fruits fresh, right?
Very, very,
Okay. Thank
very.
you. Heartbreaks will come indeed. Okay, fine. So why did your heart get broken?
Oh, campus. When you're young and you commit
Hmm.
to relationships,
No,
there's a lot that comes with.
you are not young. He
I
was
was very
younger.
young. I
Okay,
was
okay.
very young. Young is relative though. But so when things happened and we just couldn't work out, he was like, you know what, you girl need to leave. And so it happened that we broke up, and then now I've left school, so we're no longer together. I think that is what made it even worse, because I'm like,
Mhm.
now I need to make things work, but you're not even anywhere close to me because I'm now moving to Nairobi or Embu,
Yeah.
and here we are. I have a heartbreak. So I had to find
Mhm.
something to keep myself busy. And I think that's why God decided, Frida, you know what, you need a job. Otherwise, things are not going to go down the right way. So I really prayed, by the way. This job was God given. I really prayed. I remember I used to go to church in the evening at 5, literally to pray and ask God. I was asking for two things. I was asking for a job, and I was asking for peace of mind. Because without peace of mind, things just don't add up. And
Mhm.
2 months down the line, I got the job. So I think God was like, you need this job. So yeah, finally I got
But
my
for
job. So
it lived for 2 years and then decided to move on. I'll let you lose with the boyfriend thing. We'll talk about it later on. But you were there, and then your friend refers you to actually try and propose your CV to the brother. Did this
yeah.
work out for you?
It took like 2 weeks before now I was called in to apply. So
Mhm.
the brother was like, just send me your CV in case of anything, and then I'll forward your CV and we see how that goes. Now, at the middle of all that, I needed money. What for me I needed at that moment was money to move, because I didn't
Mhm.
want to get to a point where now everything that I am trying to hold on to is locked in and I can't pay rent. So I had another friend. I have two best friends. I had another friend by then called Yvonne, who was still in campus. And here in Kenya, when you're in campus, there's something we call help. Help, you're given money that you pay later after, after umaliza shule na umepata kazi. So I
Mhm.
called her and was like, I need money. I need to make money that can come in like in a day or in a week's time. I need to make some amount of money. And I don't know where to get the capital to be able to do something to get the money back. So she was there and she had her help. They just come in and Kamwambia, just give me the 20K. She had 20K in her account. Give me your 20K. And I need to do something I have never thought I would do. I had to sell mitumba, literally. So I remember I called her and she was like, sure. We were best of friends. We still are. And so she was like, okay, acha niende nikutolee pesa, we fanya kazi, make sure you make your money, because I needed to make money to move. I needed to make at least 15K.
Fridah, I need you to tell me how you made money and how this all transited into you being who you are tonight as you speak on Against All Odds. Remember, you're watching this live on Facebook and YouTube. The handle is The Arts in Heart. Remember to subscribe, share, and like the page, and of course the channel. Remember, you can equally send in your thought about the story we are telling tonight in the comment section. Let me just recognize a few of you who are here tonight. We have Lisa Liatema, who says, tuned in, Karibu Sana. Lita Rono Alfred, who is hiring you. Teacher Noreen, Karibu Sana, says she's tuned in. Moody Tunza Semba VP. Kipro Roda, good evening, Kipro. Where are you? I am missing you on the comment section. Can you come through, please? Saran Jonjo, good evening, friends. Love, okay, fine. Good evening to you, my darling. How are you tonight? Trenda, some names, Bay, Dop, she says. We have Mikhail Ngui, who says, sorry to you. Unimeanza na X, but I suppose that's sorry. We have Derek Wasua, equally a thespian, who says, good, and he's following keenly, especially the creative and performing art by Fridah. So Fridah, you better up your game, because the man watching could easily hire you. We have Wycliffe Gaddafi. Thank you so much, sir, for joining, and says, everyone, hello, everyone, see you. Say hi to that beautiful soul. Okay, Fridah, they already been identified. You know, Wycliffe does not show his nini just everywhere. Amekubali. We have Moody Tunza again. Sarah says Nikondani. Romy Roy, who says, I'm following. Thumbs up, girl. Unique sounds, DJ Nick. Long time, my friend. Great pictures. Wow. Manze tunapata accolades hapa tonight. Thank you so much for the positive comments that are coming through. Maureen Nguku, I suppose this should be somewhere close to family. Hi, Sisi. Okay, interesting topic again. DJ Nick goes ahead and says, couldn't have come at a better time. Oh yes, I do agree with you, sir. We have watching Muliamua Kuva Red. This is not planned in any way, but this is it, and we are equally happy to have all of you here. Yes, DJ Nick, long time indeed, great, and yes, we love what you're equally doing with the mixes on KTN, so continue doing what you're doing. Fine. Listen, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, I want us to continue with your story, the story of Against All Odds. Do you want to be part of this conversation as a guest? Next time, send me an email. I'll send you the contact details rather later on the screen. You can be able to contact us, and we tell your story in your own wording. In a moment, we bring you a cover by Manasseh.
Baba ni wewe, uzima wangu ni wewe, yawe. kama sina mali, hata kama sina kwa mapenzi najua utatenda. Maisha yangu ni wewe, Baba ni wewe, uzima wangu ni wewe, Yahweh. Come on, just wherever you are, just give him a dance right here, too.
Oh yes, that is Manase going out with Rosalie Messiah. You know, that language that only a few like Nguku who sing can actually interpret to us what the meaning is. Remember, this is Against All Odds, brought to you by Likuyani Eli, and I'm more than happy to be joined with this beautiful soul. Her name is Fridah Nguku, and she has quite a story to tell. Fridah, wewe ndio huyo umepoteza kazi, umeamua kurudi kutafuta kazi nyingine. But story iliendaje? Did you get the job? And if you got the job, how long did this job last?
So let me take you back a little bit. After I sold Mitumba, I was able to make money. So I used to go to Maseno University. Remember, that's where I schooled. So I would go there and sell the Mitumba that I took. I took a whole bale of dresses. And I know campus women and impulse buying. So we went there. I would go there every day and sell. So within 2 weeks, I had sold at least 25,000 Kenya shillings. So I was able to give back some money and continue making money, give back to Yvonne's money and then continue making money so that I'm able to move. Now, in 2 weeks, I was called to apply for a job. Now, another bank, because remember the brother was working in a bank. So I applied for this job and I waited, to see whether they would take me in. And something funny about banking, it's very easy to transition from one bank to another. So within a short duration of time, I think 3 weeks, I was called in for an interview, which was supposed to happen in Nakuru. So after that, I had to now move to Nakuru for an interview, and I was excited. At least now something is about to happen. Remember, I made some money now to be able to move. So I moved. I had not moved yet, but I'm now supposed to go to Nakuru for an interview. Now, I had to go to Nakuru and leave everything, in Kisumu, so that I figure out if I get this job, where will I be posted? So I went, I did my interview, and thank God for the kierere of artist, like someone said, being a creative. Whoever did my interview, I was like, now I've done my interview, where will I be posted? Remember, those are things you don't get to know on the day of interview, just in case you're picked in. And the good thing is, we were told about the results that very evening. So you went home, knew you are in or out, which was really a good thing for me. So I asked the guy, I actually had like a side chat with him, like, I am stuck here. I have a house in Kisumu, which needs to, I need to pay rent there. And there's no point of me paying rent if I'm reporting to work next month. Could you kindly tell me where I'll be posted so I can move with my stuff to that specific town and settle as I wait for the job? And that's what happened. He told me, you know what, I'll make sure that you get posted in Nakuru. And I thank God for that. And thank God for the fact that I was able to, present myself. So I was supposed to report to work. We did the interview in September. I was supposed to report to work on October, right? So I'm ready. I go get a house. Before I actually left, after the interview, I went, looked for a house. And I'm like, I need to move in the next few days because I don't want to pay rent. And then wait for my job, which is supposed to happen in a month's time. And then I go back to Kisumu to, ensure that I have packed everything and be able to move. Then I moved to Nakuru, waiting for a job. 1 month down the line, November comes, December comes. Hakuna kazi Eli, sijaingia bado. So I'm following up, and I kind of realized that the guys who did the interviewing, and we all got called in, actually reported to work. But I'm here. I'm stuck. I have not reported to work yet.
Wait. So you have moved from Kisumu to Nakuru.
Yeah.
Just like Abraham did, that guy of faith, thinking the land of milk and honey was waiting for him. Go, I will show you a land. And there was nothing coming 2 months down the line.
Yes, Ellie, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months down the line, Ellie, I was still jobless. Actually, I was jobless.
6 months. You know, if you're a parent like me who is a dad, 6 months, mtoto ameanza kula ugali na uji.
Imagine, by the way, kunyonya amepewa supplements. Imagine 6 months.
Exactly. Na kama ni mahindi ya Ukambani ishamea mara 3, mara 2.
And remember, I'm paying rent. Don't forget that bit. Remember, I'm paying rent. So the good thing is, I at that very moment is when I learned that I can actually sing and get paid to sing. That's where my creative bit comes in.
Okay.
So I realized,
give me one of your favorite hymn or a chorus, please. It's your moment. Prove to me what you did. In 3, 2, 1. Anything that will come through.
Hallelujah. 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 There you go.
And David did what? Okay, fine. We will find out about David later on. So you started off as a creative again, thanks to this dry spell.
Yes. So
How
I
did
started
it come to work for you?
I started to sing, and I would host karaoke. So karaoke would pay some good amount of money. You know, for karaoke you host weekly, and you could have 2 in a week or 3 or 5, and you get some good money by these karaoke ladies you guys see out here. They're making some good money because you could be paid 8K Kenyan money, probably 5K for a night, which is like 5 hours of singing, and that is weekly. So you see now making some amount of money at the end of the month. And yeah, so that's how I was actually surviving. And family, the Maureen that just said hi, my sister, was there for me. She would help me pay rent here and there. It was really, I thank God for family. Really, I do thank God for family. So yeah, I maneuvered myself through, and I used to, keep asking what's happening. How come I'm not in? Guys have reported, only to be told there was another Fridah who actually applied the job. She didn't get in, but now they walishikanisha my documents with her documents. So they were reading Fridah Nguku, the CV, but everything else is not mine. So they would call me and be like, hey, Fridah, we can't get your husband's ID. And I'm like, but I don't have a husband.
Fridah, you said you were married.
I'm like, I didn't say I'm married. I'm very single, clearly. And so they were like, okay, something is
okay. Gentlemen, in case you're watching Gaddafi and your crew, Fridah just declared she's very single. And this is the inspirational part of it. It's never lost. Okay, Fridah, go ahead.
So I get now, I was actually told to go to the HR. So I had to travel to Nairobi, met with the HR. We sorted out things, and he was actually very remorseful, like, wow, 6 months down the line. And that's how finally now reported to work in March the following year. And I started working now for this bank. Now, the 6 months that I was jobless and having a job, I was jobless, but still, with a job and doing karaoke's, that's when it hit me that actually you could get sacked or you could be laid off, and people just move on like nothing happened. Like no one really cares how I'm surviving. No one really even called to inquire how I was doing apart from family. So I felt like I needed to do something, because now I remember I'm waiting to join another bank, which is something I don't love to do. I didn't enjoy banking. I needed to be in the creative world. I needed to do something that I am not restricted into what to do. So that's when actually I started my company. So I opened my company within the 6 months, that's when I registered my company. Then I was doing events. So I was passionate about events, or passionate about entertainment. So I would do decor for weddings and birthdays, and also do music again, because I'm a singer. And also I realized, you know what, Fridah, you can inspire people. You can be a mentor. You can go there and talk to young people. So I opened a company to be able to do that within the 6 months. So as I was reporting to now this new bank, in my mind, I knew I'm about to do the same things I was doing that got me drained, working for something you don't enjoy for another 5-10 years maybe. So I didn't want to be in that space anymore. So I told myself, and I remember when I was reporting to work telling people, I'm going to be in this bank for 1 year, just 1 year, and I'm going to leave. I don't know what I'll be doing in the next life, but I just want to be here for 1 year just to get my bearing back. We call it bearing. Just to be able to get my groove and get the money to sustain me as I grow this little baby of mine that I was very passionate about. So I reported to work, and I used to work and now do these other side shows, karaoke's. I was working and doing karaoke's. I was working and doing mentorship. I remember that's when I did my first ever mentorship session in a school, in Nakuru Girls. Thank them that they believed in me. And that's how I started doing mentorship, and mentorship was paying. And I was also inspiring people. So I realized that's where my satisfaction came in. Like when I talk to people, when they get to, experience life in a different way, get them unstuck, that is what really inspires me. So I was carried away by that. And now my manager realized, hey, chick, you look like you are doing two things here. And I remember I used to have a karaoke in Kisii. Do you know how far Kisii is from Nakuru, really?
Where you mean you used to meet Mbarambamba? Or by then he was not noticed? No, umetoka bank.
So I used to escape work. I'm not gonna lie. I used to leave work, and because from Nakuru to Kisii is a whole journey. It's like 5-6 hours, and I need to work at night because karaoke happen at night. So I'd leave work and take a matatu to Kisii, get there at around 8, freshen up in a hotel, get to work from 8:30 to around 1 a.m. and go sleep for 2 hours, niamke tena ningie kwa matatu so that I can report back to the banking section in the morning so that my manager doesn't know. Because I'm trying to grow this baby to a point where if I leave this work, then I'll be able to sustain myself. And imagine that's how it went in for months. For months, it's very tiring, but it was paying, and I used to feel the satisfaction that comes with it. So I enjoyed that for 1 year, and then 1 year down the line, I remember that day I had a karaoke that was paying me really well, 10K per night early. That for me was like good money. And I had three of them then. So I was earning some good money weekly. That is like 30K in a week. Sometimes 25, sometimes 15. So I was like, you know what? The job I'm doing here expects me to work from 1st to 30 days every single day. For something I don't enjoy to do. No hard feeling for people working in the bank. It's a beautiful place to be in. It's just not for me, clearly. So I resigned.
You want to say, I love the fact that you say it is not a bad job. But the thing is, you were not cut out for that. So what exactly is Fridah cut out? We're going to review what Fridah actually does and what inspired the coming of Joymark Wallpapers and Decor.
Hi, my name is Fridah Nguku. I'm the founder of Joymark Wallpapers and Decor. I'm an interior designer, an entrepreneur, a content creator on YouTube, a mentor, and a singer. At Joymark Wallpapers and Decor, we have quality wallpapers, wall mirrors, contact papers, and turf, otherwise known as artificial grass. Our services include interior design, installation, and training for those who are interested in our services. Now, we have varieties of wallpapers in different textures, designs, patterns, and colors to give you your desired look. Currently, we have stocked over 1,000 samples of wallpapers for you to choose from. We have trained installers to ensure flawless finish upon installation. We offer our services countrywide, and we also do delivery. Follow us on social media at Joymark Wallpapers and Decor on Facebook and at Joymark Wallpapers and Decor on Instagram. As a YouTuber, I have videos to show you how you can do installation yourself, so check them out on YouTube at Fridah Nguku. For business or any other inquiries, kindly contact us or reach us on 0786923452, and we are going to help you build a happy place.
Hello, my loves. This is Victoria Nkata from Responding to Life. First and foremost, I'd love to thank each and everyone who has been supportive of Responding to Life ever since we began our work. See you on the internet waves.
You know, when I see such stuff, the only thing you can say is, wow, people are talented. Sometimes it just takes a few ups and downs to switch gears and completely discover the inner you and what makes you happy. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, Fridah Nguku. Wow, Fridah!
Yes.
Who was that in those overalls? And is there where the story of Joy Mark Wallpapers begins?
Yes, that's me. I do wallpaper installation. I own the
In
company.
overalls.
You have to look the part, Eli. You have to look the part. Utaenda umeslay huko, watu wataki kujua wewe ni Fridah, sijui
Wait, so
YouTuber.
this is you when you are on a date with me on Against All Odds, and that is you when you are making money.
Yes, yes.
I'm in love with both personalities. So tell me about the
Oh.
journey of Joy Mark.
So after I resigned, I continued with Joy Mark events. Now, I was doing events, which I've been doing, I did for 3 years now. Then 2020 happened. And boom, events were locked. No karaoke's, no weddings, nothing, no schools, so mentorship, everything gone. And I am here. I'm like, wait a minute. Once I remember supposed to go for my vacation, birthday vacation in March, then Uru just closes everything. So thank God I now learned how to save a little bit compared to, you know, those days when I got
You meant President Uhuru, right? The president, right?
Yes, Eli,
Okay.
president.
Okay.
So I lost everything that used to pay me again. I mean, I lost events. There are no events. I lost mentorship, so I could earn from it. I could sing. So I was left thinking now what I thought for me was something to pay me now is gone again. Now, where do I start from? And that's when I actually realized that through all these events thing, I enjoy beautiful spaces. Like you see when you go to weddings, I'll go to weddings and I'll be like, why are they even doing decor that looks so terrible? So I realized whatever I saw in those events was more of an interior, it's more of the inside, it's more of how spaces look like. So I think it's God repurposing me to, you know, this is your journey, this is where you're supposed to be, not necessarily this part. And that's how my interior bit of me now came in. So I started Joy Mark. From now, Joy Mark events to Joy Mark wallpapers and decor. And I'm now a year and a month old now. And I'm really, really grateful because now I get to do what I love to do. I went through a training for months. I learned more of interior design. I learned on installation. Now I can do it myself. And here I am. So Joy Mark wallpapers and decor was born in 2020. So it's a new baby that is growing at a very fast rate. And I'm forever, ever grateful. Yes.
You know, Fridah, listening to your story, it amazes me because one thing I must say for sure, I can tell you are a creative because creatives don't decide on what job they take up. So in that field you're in, which will require you in some chances to actually dress in a way that people will not call an ordinary ladylike, what are the things that you've learned through the process of actually bringing up Joy Mark wallpapers and decor?
Wow, I've learned that patience is key. You need to be very patient, something I was never given. But trust me, 2020 and building a whole company in the middle of a pandemic, I've learned to be patient and I've learned to own onto my own story, to own onto my own journey. Like there are guys in 2020, they propelled, they were doing great during that pandemic. But for me, everything went down. And remember, I'm a person who really wants, like I said in the beginning, I love making money for myself. And I'm very proud to say that. So when I get to a point where everything has been locked and I have no control over that, like there's no way to open the country, you have to learn to own to your story and be ready to ask for help. I learned to ask for help in 2020 after going on a depression for 2 months. I got into, I don't know that it was depression or stress, but I was really, really down for 2 months, and I did absolutely nothing other than I was a YouTuber. I'm still a YouTuber then, but it was, I just been monetized. So YouTube is one I would just throw a video there, here and there, but I was really, really struggling. So I've learned that everyone has a journey, and you need to just own up to that, and don't compare your journey to someone else's journey just because yours has hit a rock bottom and they look like they're doing good. Now you'll be like, you know what, I need to do what they're doing. During all that commotion of me losing everything that used to pay me, I have gained something that gives me more satisfaction. The kind of happiness I get from clients when I install wallpapers, the feedback I get, seeing my baby come from step 1 to step 2, step 3, that is what keeps me going, knowing that everything happened, but it repurposed me to do what I am now enjoying doing. Yes, and that's where I am right now. The mentorship bit is still there. Once school's open, that's part of me that will never go. Singing, currently I'm doing for fun. But up to that point, now Joymark Wallpapers and Decor is what has been keeping me moving, paying my bills, and out there doing something for myself. And I'm grateful for all the people that have supported me, especially my YouTube fans who've been there for me. So on to your story, Ellie. Just on to your story, and it's okay to go down. It's okay to fall. It's okay to get into a funk that you don't even understand. People don't understand your journey. It doesn't make sense until you get somewhere.
On to your story, you say, Fridah. And interesting that you mentioned most of your clients will actually wow at your work. Have you had a moment that you meet this client that is not satisfied whatsoever? I want this wallpaper. No, not good enough. You try something else. If you did a little bit this and that. As now an entrepreneur and as a creative at the same time, how do you make sure that everything gels up to even satisfy the most difficult people you can have as clients?
I thank God that I did sales and marketing. So I have been in a worse situation in the banking sector where you work in an office, there are 10 people and no one looks at you. And you have to speak and leave some, drops there so that they can call you later for loans or whatever it is that they're looking for. So I have learned that it's hard. Like sales and marketing for me, I tell people I can sell anything to you. Because nimepitia, by the way, in the sales and marketing. So have I had a client who was a little bit difficult? Yes. Not difficult in choosing wallpapers or difficult in any other thing, but I did an installation, and when you install a wallpaper, it comes in a roll. So the way you pattern now the two pieces, you're not supposed to see a line. It's supposed to be flawless. And clients don't understand. You're still human. They expect you're an expert. You understand what you're doing. So I installed a wallpaper and it was looking amazing. He was one of the clients who really believed in me because he was like, you look like an expert, and the fact that you're a lady, women are mostly, they think we are perfectionists, so things are going to look great. And I finished, everything was okay, Ellie, and I left, got paid and went home, only to be called the following day at 6. Fridah, by the way, tunaona laini, mali nimekaa, naona laini ya wallpaper. That was my first incident. I was like, how am I supposed to move from here? Because now you can't remove the wallpapers installed. Remember, I'm still a growing company. It's that a small baby I'm trying to bring up. So finances here is still an issue, remember? So there's no way I'll be like, you know what, to try these wallpapers to fix. And now I didn't know you can actually fix. You can go back and try and fix. That's part of the training I've learned. As you grow, you learn something new every day, even about your company or even your business. So I was like, you know what? I don't know how to address this. First of all, I accepted that I don't know how to address that. And I realized later that the glue we used was not my glue. The client had his own glue, so it was not matching with them. I sell quality wallpapers, not the other ones. So when you install with the not so quality glue, then there's an issue. Now you see, that's something I learned because the client has gone through that mess. But finally, we happened to talk, and he was like, I understand. We'll call you back when we're able to do something else, because as it was like a huge part. And that was it. But I was like, wow, now I have to again deal with clients and frustrations of my house doesn't look the way I wanted it to look. But it's part of the business. I remember my sister telling me, you're about to face even more. You're allowed to face a lot more than what you're seeing right now.
Frida, a lot of ladies out there, especially during these times that the economy has really faced a blow thanks to Rona and the cousin, third wave. Some of them, we hear, they take the easy way out. What would you tell to a young lady who wants to take an easy way out by, getting a sponyo here and there? Because, let's face it, that's becoming the normal.
Yeah. Yes, there's nothing as bad, Ellie, as getting someone to take care of you. You're depending on them every single day. That thing is frustrating. Because I can remember when I lost my job, being there, not being able to make money was hitting my head off because family is coming in, I'm trying to find a way out. Now you can imagine having to, do the things you probably don't want to do to be able to get someone to pay your rent or to get you going. So if they wake up today and their phone go off, or they wake up today and they decide, you know what, this lady is done, I'm done with them, it means you're not able to do the things you're used to, the routine of your days. So get something for yourself and have patience. It takes time. That is my biggest lesson for 2020. It takes time. And as long as you're doing the small steps, you see, like selling that mutumba for me, people are like, unatokaje bank, unauza mitumba. But now it makes sense to me. It really makes a lot of sense to me. And I tell people, I do things looking at 10 years from now. If I am called to share my story and I don't have anything to talk about, who is it going to inspire? Because I'm not going to tell people 10 years that I had a sponsor who, if I'm to tell a story, I had a sponsor who I want to tell a story that will inspire someone, because I'm not trying to tell you to go and get a sponsor. So let your story let the failures, the small steps make your story make sense. Like now I can talk about getting sacked, I can talk about selling mitumba, I can talk about 2020 messing me up and all that. But I can also talk about the small steps I made to grow my company to where it is right now. And that is a pride no one will ever take from you. And it feels good. You sleep at peace by then ukijua, by the way, nimeweka wallpaper tano, nimelipwa 2,000. At least I'm making progress. So patience and the small steps matter a lot.
Being patient and, taking step at a time. Nguku, if I equally bring you back to your field that you're in more actively, you are one person that believes in quality and giving yourself as the front line where the client gets to meet the face of the person behind. As a lady, this must be a challenge because you get to go to very intimate spaces of people. Are you never afraid about your security? And how do you deal with that in the event you feel not so secure with a client, especially a male?
Wow. Yes, especially a male one. And this actually happened some few months ago. When you go to install wallpaper, if it's not many rolls, then you don't need to bring some. I have guys I work with, but if I'm the one doing installation and it's a guy, and remember I meet them online, I meet them on YouTube, I meet them on Instagram, they'll be like, hey, I've seen your number, could you do installation? So most of them, before I go, they never know it's me who is going. They assume it's not me. Somehow they assume the lady is not going to do installation. So there's this point where I felt like, I was really scared. The gut, the unconscious mind is just telling you, this is not right. Something is off. And I remember I had to go with my brother. So sometimes I would tag along someone to go with when I feel like something is not really adding up. And sometimes I will make sure that I've spoken to my sister and be like, by the way, naenda kuweka wallpaper hapa na hii ndio namba ya client. Things could happen, anything could happen. And that way I feel safe. I feel safe. But also I've learned that Kenyans, I don't know whether I think I'm lucky or something, but I've not experienced any nasty experience when it comes to installing wallpapers. People get curious when they hear it's me, like I'm at the gate, where are we? Or need to me a pin. They're like, are you the one coming? So they get curious in that, wow, I would like to see a lady go up walls and do the installation. And that keeps them there glued to just see what you're doing other than thinking of other things. So, but yeah, that has been my experience. It's part of the business. You know, you're going to experience such lows and ups every now and then.
Great. I realize there's a lot of data behind you, and more specifically, the books. You love books, do you?
Yes, a whole lot. Something I
Tell
love
us
to do.
about the value of books as a young lady who is pursuing her dreams.
I tell people, if you don't do anything, read. Just read. If you feel like you're stuck, read. If you feel you're not motivated, read. Books will give you, it's like opening up to a new world you didn't know much about. Like you've been living here and then something happens and then gives you a whole new world. So books open you to a whole new world. It's like sitting down with Fridah and hearing their story. Because like when you read about, this example, we are going to need more wine, it's someone sharing their story, encourages you to understand that your challenges are not different from others. Someone else is also going through that. When you read about money, I think books have really helped me a lot when it comes to entrepreneurship. You get to understand how to invest, how to think different as an entrepreneur. What are the do's and the don'ts? So books will propel you in whatever aspect of your life. It could be relationship, money, whatever it is, something. Interior design, if you want to learn about interior, there are books for that. If you want to learn something about whatever you're doing as a business, there's a book for that. Are you feeling low? Are you feeling like you've lost this in life? There's a book that will guide you in that. So if you can do something for yourself, please read. I do a lot of reading.
I do a lot of talking and listening equally. And your story is an amazing one that I would love for everybody to get to listen to. And if you've been following, remember you can always rewatch this live cast on YouTube and Facebook. The Arts in Heart is the handle. And remember to subscribe, share, and like the page. Nguku is available on social media. That's Fridah Nguku. And she is Joy Mark Wallpapers. I'll have to find out who is Mark and why she's joyful at the same time. But Fridah, you told me you love making money. Because
Yes.
that's what you do.
Yeah, I do.
And for me, jobs can come either way. Would you love to make money with me?
With you or with your business? You as a person?
Well, if you see me, you see my business. So would you love to make money with me?
Yes. Is it within my ethical line? I'm in. I'm so in. Me, I want to make money. So you give me something I can do and I enjoy doing. I am in. We're gonna make money.
I would love to hire you
have
to
a
come
job.
and work with me as a presenter.
Oh, thank you so much for that opportunity. I would love to. I really would love to. I really admire what you're doing, Ellie. I've listened to stories over and over, and you're doing an amazing job. And I can't wait to see this blossom to, out there and be this huge thing. And remember us talking to Kianza Hapachini and me being there and just watching. So yes, when can we start and how much should I do an invoice?
Well, just fix an email with Victoria and the rest will be taken care of. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have Nguku as part of the new team of Art in Heart. We'll be loving to see her actually perform, as she says, and basically make us money. Simon Mbu, thank you so much for being here with us tonight. We have Romy Roy, who says, okay, these two have been having, she says, they have been having some discussion there with Gaddafi. Gaddafi seems to be the only gentleman in the group that keeps the conversation going. Thank you so much for making time, Gaddafi. And Equality Channel who says, Fridah, I've always been proud of you. Keep winning. Elizabeth Duncan's great job, Fridah Nguku. When we hit rock does not mean we stay there. Thanks for rising up and being proved that it's possible to rise again. A wise person once said, you have to get out of your comfort zone in order to be successful. And as Fridah said, patience and determination will get you far. Thank you so much, Saran Jonjo, for that message and encouragement to Fridah. We have my crazy one there. Wycliffe says, she says she's single. Ama, yes, very single is the words. Bohaz Moha, who equally goes and say, oh, wow, what a show. This must be one, if not the best of the shows I've ever enjoyed. This is the kind and inspirational and businesspreneurs show. Keep it up, Art in Heart. Some of us survive on this inspiration. Thank you so much, Waz, for those compliments. We really appreciate you. You are safe if you will one day come to do it. I can never skip his comments, so sorry and pardon me. Tuned in, Anastasia Anna, who says she's tuned in. Elizabeth Danka says yes, yes. And then Gilbert Were, thank you so much, sir, all the way from Mombasa, Kenya, says Red Nation. Yeah, there's something red happening here. That is my girl from Elizabeth Duncan. And we have Jekita who says great. Boaz Moha says, na even ndio Fridah amepata kazi. Well, Sadaka alitoa leo church imefanya kazi. That's for sure. And yes, such a great news. A new member in the Art in Heart. And of course, we say what we mean. Always a pleasure to bring you these shows. Do join us for the rest of the week as we start on Tuesday with the Men's Den, on Wednesday, Relationship Edition, on Friday, Art in Heart, where we bring you more on creativity. Saturday, we have the Family Edition, and Sunday, inspirational, personal, and of course, uplifting. My name is Likuyani Eli, and my guest tonight was Fridah Nguku, who is now one part of the family. Welcome, Fridah, to the family, and hope to see you very soon on the airwaves. Take care and have a great night. That's the place you say thank you.
Thank you so much, Eli.
Okay.
My mic was off. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure.
Okay.
And I enjoyed this just as much as everyone else. I hope guys are being inspired and all that, but I'm really, really grateful. And now I have a job. I mean, who knew? Who knew? I have a job finally. Thank you so much.
Have so many of them, and we want to see in the creative aspect. Have a great night. My name is Likuyani Eli, and this, ladies and gentlemen, is Against All Odds, courtesy of Art in Heart.
See